Hello. Today, I'm explaining and exploring the various types of dancing weapon, both tools that were made for dance and both tools that were made, used, and then put into the dance. So, I'll cover the latter first, being the tools, swords and whatnot that were made for use and then got put into them. Now, an example of these scimitars. This is somewhat of a great scimitar. I know they didn't exist. It is somewhat usable, but due to mistakes made, it is only one-handed. So I gave it a smaller, somewhat more realistic one than the offhand. Now, would you use these to fight? You certainly could, because, well, scimitars already have the whole big open, like, almost like a dance of itself, where you don't really, unlike with longsword movements, you're always kind of like moving. I should preface I'm not trained in scimitar, or this is straight scimitar because I don't know why I made it like that, but the point is there. Now, but these, it wasn't so much, well, when in the dance, it wasn't so much to show how you could attack with the dance, but it was more to show off the skill of the person using it, rather than an actual fight. This could be used to show off dexterity, money, sword power, sword play. Notice how this has the long tassel on it. You can instead replace that with fine flight. Cord or whatnot, if you're rich enough. You would have guards that look eccentric but not actually useful. Those were weapons that got turned into dance. Now these next ones are more dance got added with weapons, but these do have somewhat of a basis in more fantasy than reality. These, for those who haven't already figured it out, are the circ blades, or the backhand blades for Elden Ring. Technically, you are supposed to hold them like here with the bit that goes on the inside, but I can't add these to these. Technically I could, because these are copper pipe, but I've already made them as is, so too late now. These are used almost primarily for dance, because of their shape doesn't really, even then, you do need to be trained in them. Don't think you can be. But this shape doesn't really work for sword play. It works for martial arts because you can do these short slashes with them, assuming they're bladed. But against swords, they don't work as much. Especially in the case of, if a sword hits here, you have no control over it. If it hits to the side, it can just slide down. Same on the bottom. You could take the Elden Ring approach. You could take the Elden Ring approach and just throw them, but I can't. I don't have the ability to script smith. There we go. Ow. Excuse me a second. Okay, I'm fine. Now, another question that comes into like blades or specialty tools, if you will, like this is how do you store them? It comes along with the chakram is you can just put it on like that, but it looks a bit stupid. But one thing is, for something like this, you wouldn't really carry anything else, or more or less, yeah, that's all you would use. You could look to the dancers, the eccentric dancers from the DLC of the game, where they have devoted their entire life to the dance, and they carry them like this, but that's because they don't really do much other than dance, so they kind of have to carry these 24/7, which they just flick them out or just use them as is. And I guess that's it for dancing blades. If you have any questions or, well, requests, throw them in the comments. Otherwise, I'll catch you later.